All right, good afternoon and welcome back to Big Rooster's Corner. I'm your host, Big Rooster. I have a channel disclosure. This is not a kid friendly, however, it is a 420 F word friendly channel. If you're not 420 friendly or the F word pops out and you are offended, then don't watch our content. Wouldn't you like to be in Rooster's yard? If you do subscribe to my yard, welcome back. If you don't subscribe, think about subscribing today. Subscription is free and nothing to download. Just give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. That's simple. It's showtime, people. Cock-a-doodle fucking do. It's time to wake and bake and smell the coffee. In my yard on Big Rooster's Corner, we have trending news and lots of other topics with just common sense thinking. This is episode 36 on Friday, 4/16/2021. My shout-outs go to the veterans and active military. As an honorably discharged veteran, I know all that they do for us. The 505 for being a great place to live, and to my viewers and subscribers. All right, commentaries beginning. It was windy yesterday, but a very nice spring day. I've been working on the details to start my new vlog to build your own house. I'm doing all the planning and the budgeting. I'm putting everything in order so when I do my vlog, I bring very detailed information about how this is done. So, be looking for that vlog and I'll talk about it a little later, but let's just move on to the news. Breaking news. A Knoxville high school student opens fire during an altercation with officers that left him dead and a 5-0 officer injured. And the top Kremlin mouthpiece warns of inevitable war with the U.S. And the U.S. to leave troops in Afghanistan beyond May with a new goal. Despite the negotiated deadline with the Taliban, they do say that troops will be out by the 9/11, the 20th anniversary of America's longest war. Anyway, first of all, we shouldn't have been there to begin with that long. And we should have just got in and got out and let that sort of thing balance, let those people balance out their own fucking issues. We shouldn't have been there 20 years. Get in, take out the tyrant, give the government to the people, get the fuck out. They want to defend their country, let them defend it. We shouldn't have lost American lives defending someone else's country that we don't even really have any interest in. Are we going to buy it? Do we own part of it for doing this? Do we own oil? Do we own something? Other than that, there's no need in having to have done this. Anyway, the U.S. recommends pause on the J&J vaccine to review blood clot cases. Yes, I think if we're having an issue and it's brought to the forefront, you get a half a dozen people or so, that's just the people that they've caught. I'm sure that there's more cases going on. And a suspect in the 1996 murder of Christian Smart to make first court appearance. Wow, that is a long time to make your first court appearance. 1996 until now. Wow, are they fucking slow or what? That's a quarter century, people. And let's move on to Rooster's top topics. Russia warns U.S. to stay away for its own good as Ukraine standoff intensifies. And Putin plots revenge on U.S. over sanctions. After Bambi hit Russia in the wallet over election hacking, the Kremlin said they have not made any decisions yet on what they're going to do to retaliate. Wow. Well, Bambi, I said it before, buddy. You can't go fucking with these people. Russia and China, they have military capabilities exactly like we do. Maybe better, I don't know. But I think, we are still superior in that, by a small margin. However, the manpower and the ruthlessness, and they have money like we do. Well, I think they have more money than we do now. But either way, it's not a it's not going to be a cut and dried thing like a little third world country, or something like that. And even that just took 20 years. And it was only a little pissant third world country. They produced some oil and they had a tyrant running it. And then they had the Taliban, which is like the militia. And look what happened. We were there for 20 fucking years. How long do you think a war is going to go on if we get in a war with these people? Russia, China, people like that. Korea, they have weapons too. Very deadly ones. Anyway, I'd rethink what I'm doing with that. And I don't think I'd continue with them sanctions. I think I'd, trigger that up as a learning lesson about being hacked. I mean, that's kind of a stupid thing to hurt somebody financially over, Anyway, that's my opinion. And Wright was accused of choking a woman and robbing her at gunpoint, and he had an arrest warrant. Turns out it was a misdemeanor warrant for a weapon. I don't know how you get a misdemeanor weapon charge. I thought weapons were felonies, but I guess not wherever this place is, Michigan, or Minnesota, rather. Anyway, I don't understand how a 26-year veteran either didn't know her real weapon from a taser. A firearm is about 2.5 pounds, and a taser weighs less than a pound, 6 to 8 ounces, pending make and model. So I don't understand how you couldn't pick something up after using it for 26 years and not know that you didn't have a handgun. I just don't understand that. And you can yell taser, 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 but there's quite a difference. Handgun on the right, taser on the left. One is a little more squarer than the other. I don't know the exact composition of one. I do know handguns, though, are made of gunmetal. Usually a little colder than a plastic or a semi-synthetic weapon or something. I'm not sure exactly how a taser is made. It could be metal. I'm not sure. I never got that close to one, and I don't want to. I believe in firearms. So, I just think that, 26 years, you should know your job, I would think. Just saying, she should have been definitely more aware, especially as an instructor. I was an instructor in the military for a while, and you have to know your shit. It can't be something you're second guessing at. Anyway, multiple people shot in Indiana at FedEx warehouse, and the gunman dead, and no more immediate threat is reported in that incident. And in local news, wind advisories are in effect for central New Mexico. A crash closed northbound course. One person was transported to the hospital last week. And the governor did sign the recreational cannabis into law, and they are allowing folks to start growing soon and purchase in April of next year for adults that are over 21. And let's see, 1706 is the birth of Albuquerque. Happy birthday, Albuquerque. It turns 315 years old this year. That's a lot of fucking candles, people. Beautiful city, though. A little corrupt, but so are big cities. I mean, it is what it is. And let's see, Albuquerque 5-0 says they are on tap to make a record year in homicides. So that's always a positive, I guess. Let the drug dealers kill each other, and it leaves less for the cops to do. And rail yards in Santa Fe sit in the 10th place in an art contest on historic places. And moving along to national news, police and demonstrators clashed during protests over shooting of a Minnesota man during a traffic stop. And MTA bus swerves around broken down vehicle and topples light pole, killing a Brooklyn pedestrian. And multiple 5-0 shot during chase in Georgia. The chase was initiated by a Georgia State 5-0, and multiple agencies joined in the chase. Black family's beach property in California was taken during the Jim Crow era. The county has now given the property back to the family, and it's worth millions. Wow, talk about coming up in life. Now that's how to come up. Get a property that you don't even know about worth millions. Now that's coming up. And Brookline Center Officer Potter and Chief Gannon resign effective immediately. And more protests go on in Minnesota for another night. They're trying to get, I guess, involuntary manslaughter, maximum of 10 years. And I don't know. I just think it should be a little different than that. Anyway, North Carolina teacher killed in shootout with drug cartel. And in world and international news, Ireland limits AstraZeneca vaccine to over 60, and China sends record number of warplanes into Taiwanese air defense zone. And China wants to shoot the U.S. Air Force out of the sky. And what you need to know is China possesses mobile air defense, which can shift operations. So they can move them around. And China fears seafood safety from Japan's nuclear wastewater dump coming soon. China attacked America as being divided as the world takes notice. China says they have the strongest economy in the world. I believe that. I do believe that part. And Singapore's economy grows exponentially in the first quarter. Moving along into politics, Bambi executive orders could end up turning millions into criminals overnight. And Bambi told his audience that nothing I'm about to recommend impinges on the Second Amendment right. I call it a privilege. It's not a right. And Pelosi invites Bambi to address a joint session of Congress on April 28th with lawmakers later this month. And Cotton warns that every cop in America should be terrified of Bambi's DOJ nominee. And in business and tech, Coinbase gets reference price of $250 per share from NASDAQ ahead of Wednesday's direct listing. Southwest Airlines announces new flights returning to service in Austin Airport. And in science and tech, NASA delays Ingenuity, Ingenuity, I don't know what the fuck it is. Helicopter, historic first flight on Mars. Who the hell knows what the hell that is? Anyway, it's a complicated word. I typed down the little headline. And in health and wellness, 16 teachers have to quarantine in some schools in New Mexico shut down due to positive COVID tests. They would perform a deep clean and reopen on Monday. Entertainment news. A couple shows coming to an end this season. Mom and Last Man Standing each have about 5 episodes left. I believe they were down to 4 after last night. And they have a new comedy, United States of Al. It's not that great yet, I don't think. We'll give it another episode or 2 to get better. Last night it was a little better, but it wasn't great. If not, we'll be moving on to other shows. And it's surprising because Chuck Lorre usually puts out a good budget comedy. And this is low budget in comparison to his other shows, I think. Be Positive is very funny. Took a couple episodes to get into it, but it's just funny. I think the actors are pretty good for the show, and it fits. Young Sheldon seems to hit a slow spot in the show. I liked it at first. The first couple of seasons was funny as hell. But now, he's going to college and trying to mix in the other people, dating and all this other stuff. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I just think I'm starting to lose interest in that one, and I really like that one, but now it's getting boring. With Mom going off, that's going to suck because it attacked real problems with adult humor. It was great. Anyway, I think Aaron Rodgers has done a pretty well job as host on Jeopardy. However, I hope Jennings will eventually be the host. And if he won't, then I'm either voting for the producer that did it or maybe Rogers. Maybe Rogers will quit throwing a football and do Jeopardy. He did a pretty good job. Took a few days to get him going, but he did a good job at the end of the day, and he's doing a very good job last few days. All right, and trending news. Floyd's passenger emerges as complicated figure in the Chauvin trial. I bet it is. And in social media, Facebook Oversight Board widens scope to rule on content left on platform. And let's see, question on in Mexico Living this morning about social media. Actually, yesterday morning. I had an earache the last few days, so I didn't do any vlogs or anything. I was not feeling too good. Anyway, I think social media ruins people's lives in a sense. That meaning that people have nothing else to do except ruin somebody's life, be a keyboard hero or whatever the hell they call them stupid assholes. And on the other hand, it's a very useful and does have value. I don't think someone should be able to get all negative be able to get all the negative comments and posts removed, though, without any hassles. I think that, if there's a negative post and someone is called on it, I think there should be some way to get it removed as soon as possible, because otherwise it'll get spread out. And I've learned in the past that if somebody puts a negative comment online about you, there's web crawlers that pick that up. And even if you get that one removed, it'll pop up somewhere else. It's kind of like a fucking banana tree. You plant one here, and 6 feet over here in your yard, you got 10 other ones. It's like a rhizome on a plant. It spreads and sprouts up. So I think, I don't know. I just think there needs to be some way to block that and stop web crawlers from transporting it to another platform. And if we can do that, then maybe it won't ruin so many lives. Because I really do think the internet overall is good for people, but it can ruin people's lives. You just have to use it responsibly. Like alcohol and marijuana and your medications. You have to do stuff in moderation and responsibly. All right, moving along to sports. News. Studies show masks reduce performance on athletes around 14%. In local sports, baseball, the Isotopes are getting ready for the May 6th season opening day. That's exciting. I played baseball for quite a few years. I love baseball and football. And baseball, kids beat cancer. This kid beat cancer and then throws a 7-inning no-hitter. Way to go, kid. Keep playing, man. I'm glad that you beat cancer. Not a lot of people do, but I'm so glad you did, and I'm glad that you played baseball and you threw a no-hitter after beating cancer. You beat the other team. NFL. Bucs re-signed veteran defensive tackle Sue, and Browns dealing with major COVID outbreak within their franchise. And in the NBA, the Nuggets' Jamal Murray sustains torn ACL and is out indefinitely. And let's see, college hoops, there's none. In hockey, there's nothing. In MMA, there's nothing to report at this time. And we're moving along to word genius of the day. Winkle. Part of the speech is a verb. Its origin is British, late 16th century. Definition, extract or obtain something with difficulty. In a sentence, the interrogator was used to winkling confessions out of most of the hard-boiled subjects. Okay, well, do we feel smarter? I know I do. All right, let's move on to stupid alert, dumbass people. A driver in Florida ran through a drawbridge arm and the bridge was opening and just cleared the gap. 5-0's trying to locate this idiot now. Shouldn't be too hard. It seems he does stupid shit all the time, so it shouldn't be too hard to find him. And here is your slogan once again, Florida. Visit the No Sunshine State. We are the armpit of America. And truly, folks, Florida is the embarrassment of the United States. Backward laws and courts. Build your own house vlog. I've been working on the vlog a lot lately, getting ready to start taping soon. I cut back on the news vlogs to do this vlog. I find that teaching people is much more satisfying than the news. I will still do the news because I like news and I read a lot of it, just a little less of it on vlogs, to bring you vlogs that teaches you something. Check out the first episode. I showed a property. Although we're building and not buying an overpriced shitbox now, that was the first plan. Until we seen the price and interest on the price, of one of these places. And it was just ridiculous, along with a high payment for 30 years. I don't want to die with a mortgage. So we're going to go the other route and I'm going to build. I did it for many years. It just takes me a little longer. I'm a little older, but the payoff at the end of the day will be far better than buying a shitbox. So coming soon, I'm going to have an intro to the vlog of Building Your Own House series. And it will begin with how to plan to build. And then we'll build and we'll do all things in between. We'll build, we'll buy tools. I'll go over tips and all this crap. So pretty soon, within maybe the next week or so, maybe earlier, depends on how fast I get the rest of the stuff put together to get a big enough jump so to have time to research, to put together the next episodes, because I want people to learn from what I'm teaching. Anyway, one last thing. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Yahoo at big_rooster_420. And you can ask me questions on building the house or give me news things you'd like me to cover, shit like that. And I will do my best to do so. And some of my other vlogs is 420 News, Sunday Morning Coffee, and then, of course, my new vlog, Build Your Own House. Big Rooster book reviews. I write books and I preview a few chapters. And the one on Amazon right now is Marshall of South Fork, J. Quick Draw. And it's on Kindle and paperback. It's a Western series. Book 1 is out. Book 2 is almost done. So until next time, just remember, we're working hard to bring you trending news and common sense and stuff that you can learn from. So once again, if you like the content, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Big Rooster's Corner. Subscriptions are free and nothing to download. Just click the subscribe button. That will do it for today's episode. Until next time, smoke medical marijuana for your mental health. The mind you save could be your own. Stay safe, folks, and don't trust the government. Thank you for viewing my vlog today. I will see you next time. No, you won't. You'll see me, but I won't see you. What are we doing here? Get fucking real, America. This is Big Rooster. I'm out.